So I was actually trying to make a hybrid trap which turned into an EDM trap during the production. Let's jump into the cooker. Here is Sitala with some drum samples added in it. I shaped the snare a little bit because I wanted its tail to be shorter. Same case with the other snare. Then made this simple beat pattern and the step sequencer as a foundation to begin with. For the 808, I'm using a plugin because I wanted more control over its waveform, Kick1, which is obviously a kick plugin. But if we increase the sustain of the amplitude envelope, then we get this. Let's increase the edge or hold to give the initial volume a little bit of time before the decay to sustain kicks in. Okay, let's change the sound. Up here, we can change the waveform of the kick. Let's get back to synthesizing an 808. We gotta get rid of that noise in there. We got an EQ here. We don't want much of the mid frequencies. We even have inbuilt distortion and a filter drive knob. I drew this on the piano roll. I sidechained the 808 with the kick so that we won't miss the punch of the kick. Also, I went back to designing 808 to make sure that it sounds the best way possible. So here is what we have now. Then I added surge with a sound that I designed and saved from my last video. Then I added helm. These two sounds were also designed in my last video. With the second sound, I added this. Even though I was trying to make hybrid trap, which is not much big on melodies, I did want to include some. So I brought in Keys 1 Classic to try out something. I really liked it, so I recorded it, and out of curiosity I placed that MIDI data into the Helm track that we added before. That's when I decided to drop the idea of making a hybrid trap and let the music direct me. I moved on by adding a hi-hat sample into Complete Control Sampler and then making this trap hi-hat pattern. Added this right into Sitala, made it to go every 8th step. Then I went back to redesign some sounds and mix them, also arranged them to get this. As you can see, there were some gaps in there which I wanted to fill with vocals, so here they are.
Yeah. Woo!
I decided to make the Indian flavor pop out a little more by adding this instrument in labs. By this time, I started hearing another melody to go with this one, and it goes like this. I recorded the MIDI, but it didn't sound like what I was hearing. You see this option available for automation in the T-Force Alpha track? I had to automate the pitch a little bit to get it right. Then added this snare into Sitala, with which I made this trap snare fill. If you double click, it adds one more note in the same cell, giving it that rolling effect. We are not done yet with that fill. It is the third part of Sitala in which I added that snare. So we go to the first audio output of Zitella and look for the tuning option of the third pad in automation options. And then automate it to get this. Then I moved on to the final arrangement of the drop. This is how it looks like in the end. One of the two things that I added is this brass tabs. I used Edit-All Orchestral, in which I chose the staccato articulation of trumpet. And then these sound effects as I fill into the next section. A little bit of automation on low pass filter cutoff. It is specifically done to help in the introduction of that non-electronic instrument. That instrument is also added to the build-up. I chose 2 snares for the build-up. Press Ctrl+D on the keyboard to duplicate your selection. We definitely need more snare in there. And I'm gonna play a little bit with the velocity. Let's make the second snares rise up. Need more snares there. Even more snares towards the end. I layer 2 more snares on top of this, one of which is the snare that we used before for filling. I considered that snare because I already have an autopan effect added on it, so it will bounce between the left and right speakers during the build-up. Then added a basic beat to go with the build-up. Remember the tuning automation that we did on the fill snare? Well, this time it's going up on the build-up snares. Added the second melody with the fingered version of that same instrument. Then added this bass with a portmanteau slide in Helm. Then added a bunch of effect samples. Whoa, that's gonna mess with the lower frequencies. Gotta EQ that. Then we have a pre-drop vocal.
Drop it.
Automated the high-pass filter cutoff of the percussions. Layered the main melody with T-Fuse Alpha and automated its filter cutoff. Alright, we are done. Here is the preview.
Drop it.
Yeah. Woo.
I hope you liked the beat. If you found this video useful, then do like it, subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that you won't miss any new videos. And good luck with your music production. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time.